Belal Muhammad believes Della Maddalena made a critical mistake in his UFC 322 preparation. The former welterweight champion thinks Della Maddalena should have sought different training partners before facing Islam Makhachev's dominant grappling style. Della Maddalena lost his welterweight title to Makhachev via unanimous decision this past Saturday in New York. The Australian champion spent over 19 minutes controlled on the ground, unable to escape Makhachev's suffocating top pressure. The lopsided performance highlighted a massive grappling gap between the two fighters. Muhammad recently lost his own title to Della Maddalena at UFC 315, choosing to predominantly strike before eventually resorting to wrestling. Despite that loss, Muhammad praises Makhachev for implementing a perfect game plan against their mutual opponent. Speaking to MMA Junkie, Muhammad explained how Makhachev's team kept him disciplined. Makhachev sometimes enters fights wanting to strike and brawl, but his corner did an excellent job keeping him focused on strategy. The early calf kicks proved particularly effective, significantly disrupting Della Maddalena's footwork throughout the fight. Those calf kicks created easy takedown opportunities for Makhachev. Once the fight hit the ground, Della Maddalena had no answers. Muhammad knew beforehand that if Makhachev secured top position, Della Maddalena wouldn't escape. Makhachev's ground control is elite, and his heavy pressure makes opponents feel trapped beneath him. Della Maddalena prepared for his title defense with Craig Jones, a renowned grappler who also played a pivotal role in Alexander Volkanovski's camps against Makhachev. However, Muhammad argues that grappling with Makhachev requires more specific training than traditional jiu-jitsu preparation can provide. Muhammad recognized familiar patterns in Makhachev's performance. He expected Makhachev would be big enough for welterweight without being undersized. Fighters from Makhachev's region trained with absolute monsters, making size less relevant than technique and pressure. The strength and conditioning from that training environment creates unique challenges. The real issue, according to Muhammad, was Della Maddalena not training with someone from that region. You can train with Craig Jones or any jiu-jitsu specialist, but Dagestani wrestlers bring something fundamentally different. Dricus du Plessis experienced the same phenomenon against Khamzat Chimaev. If you've never felt that specific style before, you don't want your first experience happening inside the cage with a referee watching. That Dagestani grappling style combines relentless pressure, unique angles, and grinding physicality that differs from traditional wrestling or jiu-jitsu. Fighters describe it as suffocating and exhausting in ways that other grappling styles aren't. The constant pressure and chain wrestling create problems that typical training partners can't replicate. Muhammad suggests Della Maddalena should have sought training partners from that region or fighters experienced against that style. Preparing with someone who understands the nuances of Dagestani wrestling would have given Della Maddalena better tools to defend takedowns and escape bottom position. Muhammad will look to rebound from his own title loss when he faces Ian Machado Garry on Saturday at UFC Fight Night 265 in Doha, Qatar. The co-main event represents Muhammad's chance to prove he belongs among the division's elite despite losing the belt to Della Maddalena. Muhammad's analysis comes from personal experience fighting top-level grapplers throughout his career. His 15 UFC victories include battles against diverse styles, giving him perspective on what preparation works against different opponents. His comments about Della Maddalena's camp reflect lessons learned from his own career navigating the welterweight division's toughest challenges. Saturday's fight against Machado Garry will test whether Muhammad can implement his own advice about proper preparation and strategic game planning when facing elite competition.